This is Ghulam Mustafa, a student of class 4. He is an exceptional student, but he faces a challenge. He goes to school in the morning, then he goes to madrasa after school, and then he goes to tuition after that. He comes home around 7 o'clock, then he has to complete his two homeworks, one from school and one from tuition. He goes to bed around 8 o'clock. When he comes to the classroom the next morning, he struggles to pay attention. He stands up from his seat. He scribbles in his notebook and he fidgets with his stationery. But why are we talking about Ghulam Mustafa today? Because his story was a story of many students when me and my co-fellows entered our school 2 years ago. And this story taught us a valuable lesson. My name is Hassan and I have been teaching English to grade 4th and grade 6th alongside my co-fellows Irfan and Ashraf at Islamabad Model School for Boys, Khanna Nayyabadi. This is a school in Sector Nilor. When we first entered our school, we were met with a challenge many of you are familiar with. Most of our students were 4 to 5 years behind their grade level. This means they could not read or understand the simplest of English sentences and could not perform basic addition and subtraction. Like many new fellows, we thought to ourselves, we'll work hard, we'll teach extra classes, and the students will catch up. But very quickly, we realized it wasn't that simple. Despite our efforts, we faced a challenge. We faced an obstacle. Like Ghulam Mustafa, many of our students were disengaging from the lessons. These were kids who did not have any time to play or rest or simply be kids. These were kids who were enduring a schedule that was more demanding than a standard 9 to 5 job. Drawing on the theory of ecological systems, we recognize that a child's learning is shaped not just by the immediate classroom environment, but by a network of interconnected systems beyond the classroom. To improve learning outcomes, we had to increase student engagement. And to do that, we had to step outside of the classroom. We had to change the ecosystem around the student, which meant adjusting their routines by minimizing their workload so that they could focus in the classroom. So we tried, but that was easier said than done. आप कैसे किसी को ये समझाएंगे कि ज्यादा पढ़ाई की वजह से पढ़ाई मुतासिर हो रही है? It's counterintuitive. This is how we did it. First, we had to take school leadership on board. So we used research to demonstrate that play is not a distraction from education, but a necessary part of it. And we convinced them to allocate sports classes in the school. We were also able to call a parents' meeting to address this specific issue. We also collaborated with school staff to discover how daily classroom lessons can be made more engaging. We also convinced parents to minimize tuition and madrasa timings by showing them the results of the students who were performing well without any hectic routines. And once the parents were on board, it was easy to align the tutors with classroom work. After all this, you might be thinking, what happened to Ghulam Mustafa? He is in grade 6 now. With his routines adjusted and energy levels restored, he became one of our most engaged students. He started raising his hand to answer questions. He stopped interrupting lessons, and he even began to help his peers during group practices. And it wasn't just Ghulam Mustafa. We saw an improvement across the board. Many of our students who used to remain silent or disengaged now started participating in classroom activities. They began to listen attentively and started completing their tasks without reminders. All of this collected effort translated into real results. By the end of the year, our assessments showed an improvement of 2 years in just 8 months. Students who could not read or understand a simple sentence were now writing original stories and essays. This transformation didn't happen because of one teacher, one lesson, or one intervention. It happened because everyone who cares about a child came together. Parents, parents, teachers, tutors, school leaderships, and policymakers. They all care about what's best for a child. But what would happen if they all align their efforts in the same direction? You will find that sometimes the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Thank you.